points of interest that we need past those, they're profitable.
Yeah, like you would take, you're at B, have a position that you give too much. G-Slayer.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, us in your like spot, just we would know through the window or whatever, like, even though it's like an inch that you...
Yep. Well, we're getting there. Some scrimmages we have it, and then once we get more pressure from a better team, I think things fall apart a little bit, and it's not any one person's fault, but 1 or 2, 3 people just can't handle it, and then the other guys, they start falling apart too because the other guys already fell apart. You know? So I think we're almost there. We just, people got to be confident. I think that. Yeah, and you know, I was talking with George about it. They, you know, and I said it to some other guys, but that was so close, bro.
Oh, you guys like just lost that? I didn't see the whole thing.
The 2 of those maps were so close that I don't consider that a loss because one thing changed. And yeah, if it was a match in a league, yeah, we lost. Okay, I get it, but you know, in a scrimmage, this is all practice anyway. Like, we only fucked up a couple little things, and even just a little bit of bitching here and there that clogged comms, and then we had to talk about it, and you know, it cleared up more and more and more. But once we tune out all that little things, that's why I keep pounding it. After every scrimmage, I'm like, guys, we still got the comms. The bitching's kind of fucked up. I have to keep pounding it, because once we get rid of that, we don't need all that though. Yeah, but no offense, you do it too. I've done it too. Mike's done it. Hellfire's even done it. And it's okay to like get into the game and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we just did that, you know? Like, or thanks for the revive, appreciate that. Let's go, let's go. You know, that type of shit's okay, but if it's irrelevant to what we're doing right now, like, you know, if you're Spec Ops Navy SEAL some shit, and you're sitting there talking about some bullshit because you're angry, you know, I get it because I'm having a tough time in life right now, so all I think about is all sorts of shit that doesn't really pertain to what I'm actually doing right now because it fucking hurts. But, you know, I can't. I thought about that last night. When I got done with that scrimmage, I actually enjoyed it because that whole time I didn't think about anything else but what we were doing.
Fast and Furious, dude.
Made me feel really good, dude.
You
Go now. Yeah, they want to play us, dude. That's why all these people are asking us, because guess why? We didn't tell them shit. They're hearing about us from other people. Yeah, and they're not wanting to just play us because we suck. Obviously, they've heard. They might even talk shit, but somehow they heard we were good enough to want to challenge us.
Texas guy, not Texas, but close. Yeah, I'm guilty of that shit all the time. Son of a bitch, fuck this, fuck that. Like, fucking gets to you, makes you want to fucking break something. Eggs.
We are doing good with that, man. And I'm gonna take credit for pounding it in to you guys and trying to train it, but honestly, we've all done the work and like helped each other out with like figuring out comms and making them better and figuring out each of our own call outs and shit. And you know, as a team, like if they're saying that about us, it's because we've all worked really hard to make that happen. And that's why we got to make it even more. We got to work more hard, because I don't know if you've watched, but if you go on YouTube real quick and just look up CWL championships or something and just watch when they start playing and they go from player to player, watching what they're doing, who they're shooting at, and you listen to their comms, and there's no bitching. It's over there, second floor, get him, and bam, and there's like 5 guys talking over each other, and they're all double repeating everything they're saying so they can make sure everyone hears it. And there's no bitching, there's nothing. It's literally professional, tactical, even when they're losing, dude. I've seen teams down, they got 250 points or something like that in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Control Point, maybe? I don't know. But these guys were down by like 180 points at the beginning of the game. They couldn't take a flag the whole time. They only got like 30 or 40 points on these guys. And this team was like at like, I don't know, like 220, something like that. They were about to win. They were almost at 250. And the losing team was still, none of them were bitching. Because honestly, in those pro teams, you're getting paid, so if you don't do it the right way, they're going to kick you off the team. They don't give a fuck about being your friend most of the time. They'll just kick you off. And obviously that's not what we are, but we can learn to like have self-control, you know what I'm saying? And we're doing really, really good at that. That's why we're getting all that praise. That is so awesome.
Like what you said is, if everyone does that, that'd be really useful. Because I remember seeing ones of like Unreal Tournament like 2004, and those people they play so fucking good, and it's almost quiet. You don't hear anything until they see someone. No one's breathing, nothing. Second, all they say is like laser room or whatever the fuck they say. And that's all they say, nothing else for like a minute. It hits someone in the face as they jump, watching those people play. Sometimes up, like eye in the sky, if I saw like position.
Our forces now control objective Able. They have drawn first blood.
We're taking that objective.
He crouches every time he shoots. What the fuck? Dude, I can perfectly see it, dude. If you ever played Counter-Strike, people do that all the fucking time. Maybe not up and down, but the moment they fucking see you, get down, shoot right away. Every time they see you, get down, shoot. It's just even that millisecond, and 1 millisecond of accuracy, because that's one of those games where you can't fuck around for a quarter of a second. They'll fucking shoot you before you even show up on the screen.
You're dead right away.
We have control of objective Charlie.
Do not allow the enemy near this objective.
Go to shit, yeah. Because you're worried about what people are going to think, because it's a semi-official thing, you know, people are going to know. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, dude, I've noticed in you and Mike and Not the Sun, George, actually George does kind of pretty consistent most of the times, but you know, down the list, there's a couple more guys on the team that sometimes you guys play like shit, and I know what you're talking about, because I, honestly, no offense, but I guess that shit like a couple months ago. Like, I saw some of these teams we go up against, and I hear how you guys are talking, and then I'd hear you guys bitching, or I'd see you doing like shit, and you didn't even say anything even, sometimes. And, like, I know what you're talking about. I've gotten that way too, a couple scrimmages, and, you know, after a while, especially playing M7 and DBT, then I realized most of those guys are on 501 as well, and we were scared of 501. You know, well, some of the guys were all scared of 501. Dude, look at that. Look what we did to those guys, and they're all the same people. We've beat each rendition of their little organization of groupies, or whatever it is. We've beat that more times than we've lost, and a lot of those guys are 501, so what's the difference? Yep. Yep. Look at the scoreboard, bro. Yeah. It just bothered you? Yeah.
I'm not a professional, but the only thing I can think of is just keep doing it. Like when Navy SEALs train, they try to make training as hard as possible, so when they actually go on a mission, like, that's it? This is the mission? I feel like my training was... I was gonna lose my mind in training, and this is nothing compared to training. Same UFC fighters say the same thing, like, dude, their training camp was harder than the fucking fight. But I'm not a professional, so I don't know
Tom,
what I'm
you just
talking about.
you just have to figure out a way to just like try to prepare for that, like 30 minutes before. Like that's why you guys, always should be playing before, so that you can like try to relax a little bit and like just do some breathing or something, or like do what you gotta do to prepare yourself so those jitters go away.
Eyes over there. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, dude, right? You can get a little anxious by like waiting like that. Yeah.
Maybe duck next time.
So, and then when in doubt, just breathe. I don't know. When you start to really feel like your heart rate's skyrocketing, just breathe slowly. Like that, it's like science. Like it will slow your heart rate down.
Like, I love every time you say it because it reminds me that I'm not doing it right, and I have to like keep telling myself to do that over and over and over again.
Because when you're in the moment, you're not thinking about your breathing. Like you're just fucking going.
When I played Gran Turismo and I would drift around the track, I caught myself. I wouldn't breathe for the whole track, and it's like 140 seconds of not even taking a breath.
Dude, you're nuts, dude.
Like I didn't even realize it until you told me. I was like, holy fuck, I'm holding my breath this whole time. Like,
over
must
there.
be...
I think you are.
We're
Pretty
like
sure
brothers.
you are too, at least. Yeah, I mean, we might be, you know, the few
Take
in the
control of
crowd,
the objective
but you know, somebody's got to do it. So, cool. They give you free money. You can get some pretty cool psychiatric drugs that you can sell for like $40 a pill in Chicago.
Dude, I'm just happy to fucking be here. Holy shit. If I was in like the Roman time, if I was in like Sparta, dude, I would have been the first one thrown off the fucking cliff.
No way, dude. I would have been a warrior. Probably would have died, but would have been in a lot of battles, killed a lot of people, defended the family and all that good stuff. That's what I would have done.
Oh my god, the tank! There was a tank of an inch away from running me over, and right at the end he turns.
I need help.
He turns and completely misses. Holy fuck.
Anybody
What
hear me? I can't move.
Hey, you know, Fierce, I was thinking the other day,
We have secured enough objectives to control the fight. Keep it that
sometimes
way.
you're just too good at this game, dude. You gotta little downloads in the background, or, you know, a little jailbreak on the PS4, you know. Put the little name bot on there with the wall hacks. Everybody's red and blue through the wall. You see before it, that's why you pre-fire corners, isn't it? I knew it. I watched one of your videos once. Crazy as fuck, man. Sliding everywhere like you own the place. Dude, I saw you do that in Firestorm once. You just beasted like 4 or 5 people at the end of the game, just sliding around everywhere. And I was talking to bro, watching it. And I was like, dude, you gotta fucking see this. How the fuck is he doing that, dude? I've been playing this game since I was 15 and I'm 33. He's just sliding everywhere. I don't even know how to fucking slide. And then you like leaned, and I was like, I didn't even know you could fucking lean anymore in this game. I don't know. I was all over that shit.
We are losing objective Able.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Dude, this message I just got on Bumble is just so stupid. This girl says, hi, do you want to talk about sex right now, or should we get to know each other first? Like, what? What the fuck kind of message is that?
Is now under our control.
Like, I was like, this is the first time I've ever seen this shit. Like, who the fuck says that?
Objective Charlie is no longer secured.
It's funny shit. Oh, Big Dog, what are you doing in the tree? What do you
Dude, I'm trying. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Dude,
Hurry,
wait, you
take
can
this.
see me. Like,
Dude,
really
I can't even, dude, it'd be impossible to see you. Oh
Okay,
god,
good.
I'm getting shot at.
Because-
I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Because right now I'm trying to figure out how do I change the sliding, because like ever since that update my circle is now slide and I don't like that.
Options, controls, and control schemes, I'm pretty sure. Or controller 2, no, control schemes.
Like,
Able is under attack.
Which, it never changed for me, so I can give a fuck less. I like
oh, like,
O as the
what
slide.
am I changing? What am I changing though?
I don't know, you said you melee and roll up.
Well, it's weird because like I melee with circle, but then like when I'm trying to slide with R3, it like doesn't let me. Like I can
Oh.
only slide if I hold circle.
Oh my
It's
god,
super
I
weird.
can't imagine sliding with R3. It's one of those options, I forget what it is.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Dude, I can't. No way. Oh, Mike, alternate. Big Dog, alternate. The first one, just click to the right once. Instead of default, the first one, just go alternate. And that's it.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's what it originally was, but
Then go to
okay,
default
so,
then.
So it's kind of bizarre. Like right now, it's what it says, but
But yo, Tom, I always click O for slide. Because I can claw method just like Joe, and I just
Throw me one.
I don't have to. With your right pointer finger, you can slide and click X with that finger.
We have taken objective Dog.
True. I feel that.
We have lost control of objective George.
Yeah, I remember it's watching Joe play Smash is so fucking weird. It looks like he's trying to like eat the controller with his hands, and they're all his fucking fingers all over the place. He's like clicking with the side of his his ring finger. It's freaking weird to see.
That's our target. Capture the objective.
Oh, well,
You can
are you
move,
kidding
soldier.
me? I think I know why, because he probably doesn't stretch at all.
Smoke out. Patch yourself up.
We have lost objective Box.
There's an enemy tank.
Secured control of objective Able.
Yeah, dude. Your middle finger as the shoot is definitely weird. I feel like I'm like over aiming now that my hand is stretched too.
Look over there. Up you go, soldier.
R3 is definitely really nice for crouching because you never have to think of that.
If you guys ever talk about using the clock in, I'm pretty sure that PS4 is going to know that they're going to need to ban somebody. So,
We have taken objective easy.
yeah. Sorta. I don't really know how to do it. I haven't ever used it, but I know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? Wait, your fingers? Or are you talking about an object?
Okay, maybe I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the claw method of like playing the game on the controller.
Yeah, how you're manipulating your fingers across the controller.
Yeah.
Instead of like pressing down, you're using the side of your finger.
We're taking that objective.
We have secured control of objective Charlie. Be sure we keep it. The enemy has control of objective George.
Jesus Christ, that was confusing.
That's a lot.
Dude, all I do is use the left pointer finger. Just... That's so fucking... But you don't have to throw bandages. Oh. Dude, you're going fucking hard.
But, yo, BootySauce, I don't understand. If your slide is circle and you have a bayonet, how do you not use the bayonet?
Melee. What do you mean, how do I not use it?
Like... Okay, hold on. When you bayonet somebody, what are you pressing?
R3.
Oh.
Sometimes when it doesn't click, so the guy's like, alright, and then he kills me. When that happens.
For me, it's circle. And when I'm trying... But it's bizarre because, like... What the fuck? Why, like, this is retarded.
Yeah, it's confusing, because I never have to really change it, so I don't really know how to do all that stuff.
Have a look here.
So, like, if I go to alternate, okay, it says R3 is crouch and prone. That should be my slide, but anytime I'm running, I'm not sliding.
Maybe you can change a different option in those options. Like, instead of just focusing on that one, go to, like, 2 or 3 down.
Oh, maybe.
I'm so bad at this one.
Our situation must be improved.
Eyes over there.
Wow, we annihilated that G.
Watch over there.
Objective George has been secured.
Oh my god, yo. Fierce and Tree, dude. Change your right stick input threshold and scroll it all the way down. Tell me if you can play the game. Oh,
Dude.
fuck.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Instead of putting sensitivity to 100, it felt like you were putting sensitivity at like 1,000. I had to revive Big Dog. I couldn't even aim in his direction. It was so bad.
Come on now.
Your character's literally just moved, like, looking all around, like, you can't look in a straight line. It's like you're hardcore, like, fucked up or something.
Dude, if you guys talk to me like that again,
Pushing into objective George.
You can move, soldier.
I never mind. I just decided that I didn't want to say it. Full of
You owe me
anger,
one.
hatred. not so angry.
Dude, I'm
Then
like
again,
that all the time, always fighting myself.
Heal up.
if we fucking play somebody, dude, it's on. Dude, it's fucking war. Love it. Are we doing a game or something? Or?
Maybe duck next time.
Objective Charlie has been lost.
Should be okay now.
Card playing, BootySauce is playing.
You're probably gonna head off soon. I can't stand squads like this. It's like there's people requesting for orders, and then alright, I put an order down, and they're like a million miles away. It's like, why are we requesting an order and then don't follow it? Son of a bitch. Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Just change squads, like.
Objective Easy is no longer secure.
If we can make my balls hurt, dude.
I'm gonna have to say
Soldiers,
something
we
here.
have lost Objective George.
Actually, I guess I'm not, because I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Damn, I thought you were gonna hit us
Smoke
with some
another one.
inspiration shit.
I was trying, you know how I am, man. I'm not unaware of what I talk about. I do it on purpose. Trying to make a good
always
team,
unaware.
you know, gotta build it up. Slap that bitch around, just live right after the scrimmage. Just, hey, you! Fuck you, and then right after that you're like, and you know, I love you, and you know, you could just stay behind cover more. And that's when they fucking leave the party and delete you. And then, you know, leading a team. It's fucked up. Dinosaurus Rex, Mr. Potato, and trying to delete half the
take
fucking
control of
Discord
that
and kick
objective.
and ban everyone. I fucking hate you!
We have
You would never
established
do that to
control
me,
of
would
the
you
Like
guys?
that, who wanted to get hit, and it was so fucking weird. I was like,
She
ooh,
liked
I
to
can't
get
do
hit?
this. Yeah, I was like, I can't do this. This is not me.
Bro, I was thinking about that about myself the other day, because I know what you're talking about, and there's definitely girls who seem to just like
Very
only
aggressive.
enjoy somehow being
Very aggressive.
around.
Like, want to. Oh my god, it was weird, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it goes both ways too, you know.
Yeah, it's probably.
There's been girls that frame. I've had that done to me, framing the cord systems and shit. And I have a friend that has a girl that he was living with. They almost had a baby, and then she was an alcoholic and obviously cheating on him all the time. And she beat the fuck out of him, like threw shit at him, hit him all the time. You know, it wasn't. He's a guy, so he wasn't like severely injured, but you know, she abused the fuck out of him, and she was always nice in front of everybody else. But like, there was sometimes you would see what he was talking about, and then one day he just lost it. And yeah, got some pretty serious stuff going on with that. But you know, unfortunately, it's how people are, guys and girls. It's fucked up.
Objective George.
I was just talking to my dad about all of that shit. Really, I've been talking about that shit for years because I don't understand it. I know it exists, but I don't understand why people do that. Like Rev and I were talking about the other day. We were talking about past girlfriends and shit. And we were wondering like why, if you wanted to just fuck me for a month or a couple weeks or something, and you know, I started telling you, I'm starting to have feelings for you. You know, you want to continue this, or maybe we should just see other people, because if you're not serious and you just want to see other people, then that's what we should do. And I've said that to the last girl I was with, and she stayed. And there was other things that I said, but you know, that were like, wow, you really got to be an evil fucking person to stay and do that. But then again, you know, how many things do you say to somebody in a 25-year marriage and then you fucking divorce them, or 20 years or 15, you know? That's a lot of shit. And to me, that's pretty fucking evil, but I don't know, we were talking about like, why do girls, you know, in the beginning, like, why don't you just, if you just wanted to fuck, why didn't we just do that?
Yeah, they just don't want to be alone. Which is like, yeah, that's not the reason why you want to be in a relationship.
Yeah. You know, I want to get married. I've always wanted to get married, have kids. Yeah, I did a couple, like 2 or 3, probably 4 one-night stands actually. But then I had like 3 or 4 pretty serious relationships of varying time lengths, and all of those bitches were whores. All of them. Everyone was cheating on me, texting their old boyfriend. You know, going to dinner with a boyfriend, like all sorts of shit with some of these girls, man.
Yeah, it makes
Maybe I
sense.
deserve it because the first girl I fucked, she told me she loved me after the first night in the morning. And I just had picked her up in a Jeep with some of my other friends that were driving. I was all fucked up. She climbs in after she's kissing her boyfriend like 5 feet away from the car window. And I didn't really realize that at the time, but later I heard that it was her boyfriend. I was like, holy shit, I had sex with her and that was her boyfriend? So, I don't know, I guess I made a mistake, but
Damn, it hurts.
maybe that's why all that shit happened to me, but people are fucked up, dude.
We have secured control
They're
of
just,
objective George.
girls just can't figure out, you know, like, let's just fuck, okay, cool. I wanted to do that sometimes, not now, but, you know, I just want a wife, but, or my wife, I should say, but, you know, I just, girls, fucking make up your mind. That's what they can't do most of the time.
Yeah. But
You know
I
what's
feel
fucked
like,
up?
I was like what you said, going around all the time. Now it's like it's cool, but like I want something. There's something else missing. Something else.
We have lost control of objective George.
That will get you somewhere, I guess. But
Yeah, but you gotta remember, and a lot of rich people say that shit, dude. This is one of many reasons why I don't ever care to have anything like that. Because if I had a lot of money, I would live like a what's it called? Middle class type life of what people think the middle class is, you know?
Don't let anyone
Like,
close
you know,
to the
$300,000,
objective.
$500,000 home, you know, and a fucking, maybe even less than that, honestly.
everything you
And
have right now, you don't need anything
Honda.
else.
Yeah, but the thing is the reason I'm saying this is because I've had money, and my life was fucked a lot of the times. Not even just because people were pieces of shit like that I cared about, but people I ended up being around because my family had money, and I was in neighborhoods where people had money. And you think, yeah, you know, lower crime rates, all these things, but those motherfuckers are scandalous, ass,
Yeah.
gossiping, talk shit behind your back, sue you. You know, you're fucking the girlfriend you just started dating a couple weeks ago is fucking a neighbor down the street that you play hockey with or something. You know, I've heard of shit like that all the time. And it happens everywhere, but when they have money, it starts to corrupt most people. So the people you're surrounded by is honestly, I'm not saying poor people are any better a lot of the times, because there's shitty and good people everywhere, but around people who have money and those things, if you drive up in a Ferrari, the kind of girl that's going to flirt with you is going to be, you know, I'd say a girl that's a good girl is going to be more
She doesn't care that
standoffish
you have
with
a
even
Ferrari.
talking to you. Yeah, she doesn't even either care, she doesn't like it, or any of that, and gold digger is the one that's going to come up to your Ferrari.
Dude, I was just watching this show on Netflix called like Roman Empire, which just goes through like a couple emperors and tells you about their life and like beginning to end.
Yeah.
And dude, all the time they have to worry about all that shit you just said.
Yep.
Can I trust this person? Are they gonna try to steal
Yep.
my position? Can I trust my mom, my fucking sister, fucking
Yep.
Jesus Christ? So it's like not that hard to understand that people now still do it. Like it's never gonna go away.
It's bad, dude. I mean,
Caligula.
there's not many
Caesar.
people that aren't like it.
It's when it comes to that, I feel like it's 100% about the character, and it's nothing about what you have. It's what do you think about when you're alone in your fucking. What do you do when no one else is doing? Seeing what
Yes, but also thought, bro. I mean, I will say, like, I've heard people try to say that
Need to
thoughts
capture
can
that
alter
objective.
reality and things like that. Maybe, but you know, the thoughts I've had, dude. If that's true, like, if it hasn't happened yet, there's gonna be some bad, terrible fucking thoughts. Not just like, you know, I've been in jail. That was pretty fucking terrible. But I'm talking about even worse than that. Like saw hostile fucking Vikings flaying people open, spread eagle and shit, and just horrific shit. I've thought about this. And nukes dropping, and I've been that angry sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's the
You have to, but you have to think about that.
And think about good things to make that not be what you want.
I can see what you mean, but you have to realize that that is also a possibility and that it's out there. So it's not like push it away. You have to just understand it's there.
Oh, thinking about those things happening.
Yeah, just like knowing that this is possible
about,
instead of like, oh, everything's dandelions, like you said.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about actually being like angry and wanting those things to happen, and even imagining them in my mind. I've watched people that I don't like die in my head because I wanted them dead. I've thought about that, and you know, it's like when people say, I want to kill that motherfucker, you know? You can't hate that person who do that, because that's just a thought. If it was an action, they would be happening right now, and maybe it might happen later, you know, but at the same time, almost everybody I've ever met has wanted to kill somebody, or want to hurt them, or punch them, or, you know, and maybe not everybody has thought about killing, but definitely there's been people who are like, shit, in this situation, I fucking should have been somewhat aggressive, and then the ones you see that don't, and I don't want to categorize like this because there are people who are very physically aggressive that are manipulative and shit, but a lot of the ones who are not physically aggressive, a majority of them are very manipulative and like lie people, right? There's a small percentage of those that are not aggressive that are like really good. Well, at least that we know. I haven't ever met Gandhi or any of those, the Mother Teresa's and all those, but you know, I would assume people like that are, or Dalai Lama. I would assume people like that are pretty good people. You know, they have a really good, positive, ethical base, and they're gonna try and do good in reality. Most people, as we see around us, all they care about is making enough money to go buy a new TV and shit. Me too, dude. You know, I want a TV.
Yeah. It's impossible because it's everyone. If you didn't think about yourself, you wouldn't be alive right now. Like, it's a true statement to say something like that.
It is true, but however, think about what you just said in the sense that if we think about ourselves, we would care about ourselves, and if we care about ourselves, well, love ourselves. And if we love ourselves to want to do the things you're talking about, well, not you're talking about, that we're talking about, then those people would also make the logical choice, even with the irrational emotion of trying to feel good. They would still make the logical choice to pursue that happiness in, let's say, fixing the bad things that exist in the world. And now, I'm not saying that we don't, because humans do. We do try and fix shit, so it's not like everybody's completely evil, but the fucked up thing is in the middle of fixing the evil shit that we do, or the pollution, or the wars, and the killing, and the, you know, diseases, and all the things we could name off, right, that are bad. They're trying to fix shit, but even evil people are trying to manipulate that. You know, so it's like trying to like push against it. It's fucked up, dude. They're trying to make money off it, scam people, you know, donate this, but really 80 cents of your dollar's actually going to the fucking CEO or something, you know, who knows?
Yeah, it's just, I feel like when it's like that, the person's just not mature in the head to understand that this, I guess you're making money, but is it really making you feel better? Probably not.
Yeah, it doesn't, dude. I tell you from experience. You could have all sorts of money, and eventually you can buy shit, and maybe even for years, you can buy enough crap every day. If you had a couple $1 million, you could buy enough shit to make you happy all the time for years. But if you start running out of money, or maybe even not running out of money, there's plenty of people that can be researched, that one in particular that I saw in a documentary about rich people, or no, being happy. And he was a millionaire, multi-millionaire, And he decided to give all his money away, sell his companies and shit, and give all that money away from selling it, and literally dig a hole in the ground like a hobbit and live in it. And he just sits there and does drawings and poetry, and he has to crawl in his hobbit hole. It's not, you can't stand up in there.
The things you
But
own
that's
end up
literally
owning
what
you.
he wants to do. Yes. And he's about minimalization, and it's because he wants to focus on himself and being a good person and loving people. And not all the shit that he had. Because if you think about it, when you're making money, however you do it, even if you're fucking the stock market or something, and you only do it for an hour or two a day or something, you're still consuming shit that you don't really need, and do all this stuff that's not really making you happy. It's very superficial and extrinsic and temporary. And the real happiness comes from, like, you know, us having this conversation, being friends, playing games or sports together, or you know, hanging out somewhere, or, you know, having a wife or a girlfriend, or
Sportsmanship.
You know, yeah, camaraderie. We want to talk to people. We want to interact. You know, that's what makes us feel good.
I think we're definitely missing that, especially nowadays, because back in, like, when they had, like, wars and shit, you'd have, like, initiations where you'd be able to join the army or whatever, and then you had, like, pacts with people, and here, you don't have that shit, but, so you kind of, like, something's missing, but probably, like, a while ago, I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck what anyone does to me, I'm still gonna treat you just like I treat the next person, because fuck that, I'm not gonna come down to your level.
Yeah. Now, I
Even
will
if
say that some people need to be treated a little differently.
Yeah,
they react differently to things.
Yeah, it's...
You know, if you're nice to some of these fuckers I met in jail, you know...
See it as a weakness.
And they'll manipulate it, and they'll even be nice to you for a little bit, and then they'll fucking turn on you. And
yeah, like
all sorts of shit.
They can turn on me, and I really don't care, but I'll just have it in my mind now. Alright, I can't trust this person, but I'll just, I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Because I feel like what you said about that thought, about thinking of those negative thoughts, is the same thing as, like, I'm not even gonna let this fucking perception creep into my mind, like, because that's the beginning, and you act on it and get more comfortable, and it becomes natural.
Yeah. I try and, you know, as much as, like, I have a lot of shit in my life going on that really hurts me, and at the same time I sound pessimistic about a lot of things I say and talk about sometimes, or I have information that isn't so great, but, you know, at the same time I'm always trying to do what you just said, which is, you know, just try and be good, you know, like...
Yeah. You only have 100 points of thinking power every day, and if you start thinking negative thoughts or whatever, that's like 10 points, so you only have 90 points left, and you have, like, other things soaking up your time, like, it, like, takes up space and energy. It's like, dude, I need to use this energy for something else.
Yeah, that, and...
I think about that shit so much, like, when I'm at work and you're doing something that's, like, not really tedious, but just, like, you're, like, sanding a wall, the sheetrock or whatever, like, you just think about shit.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, and as much as I just said, you know, bringing it together and, like, trying to be good and happy and all that shit, at the same time, I do what you just said, too, is, like, everything I do, man, I think about certain people in my life. Shit, I even looked at my little dog's little paw print, and, she died, I don't know, 2015, so that was a while ago, and she's a little dog, you know, most people are like, man, you're a pussy. But I was crying like a little bitch, because I was just looking at it, thinking about her, thinking about how much I loved her, and how much she loved me, and showed it through her body language and licking my face, and she couldn't talk, but she just loved me. And I've had so many problems with love in the world lately that just thinking about that made me think about, you know, she didn't ever hate me, you know? She just always tried to love me. She didn't judge me for shit. She just always wanted to cuddle and get petted, and, you know, and that's cool about animals, you know, they don't judge us, man. They only judge us if we try and hurt them. And that's honestly how it should be. But even when you hurt an animal, a lot of the times most of them will still come back to you because they love you. They
Dude,
know that animals are just like that.
It's like that Putin. Putin had this quote, and he was like, goes something along the lines of, "The more I learn about people, the more I like dogs."
Vladimir Putin said that?
Yeah, the more I learn about people and like their tendencies and how are they like untrustworthy and all that kind of shit. He's like, the more I like dogs. It's like, that's fucked up.
Yeah. I'm not over there, and I don't see a lot of news on Russia as compared to you see here. And
Oh,
honestly,
no, dude,
I don't even really look at the news.
I
but
worked with some
Putin
people from
sounds
Russia.
kind of like a cool dude.
I worked with some people who came direct from Russia, and they're like, dude, you do not even talk about him. You don't even think about bad things about it. You don't do nothing. And everyone's like, you say his name, and everyone's looking at you like, it's like, I'm watching this video. You know Tiananmen Square, right? China.
I've heard of it, yeah.
There was this guy goes around like interviewing people on the anniversary, like it was like 2 weeks ago or whatever. But this recording was like 10 years ago, and he just talks to people. He's like, you know what day it is? And they look at the camera, and then they just like, I don't want to talk about anything, and then they just walk away. And he does this to like 100 people, and nobody says anything. They just look at the camera like, yeah, I don't want to talk right now, and then they just start like running. It's like, holy shit, that's fucking scary. Nobody wants to talk about that shit. And I could think he's probably like a government agent or something.
He worked for the KGB.
Maybe.
He was a KGB agent.
Oh no, I'm talking about this other dude who was interviewing people.
Putin.
Yeah, he's a KGB, fucking all that shit. What'd you do? After all that, that's the next thing we hear. I just destroyed my cargo.
I need a new game, man.